What is up, gamers? Hope you all have been enjoying your days or nights, whatever it may be for you so far. And today I am bringing you all a strategy guide for the basement of Clubhouse. This has been a very highly requested site from you guys, so I thought I'd knock it out this week. And I actually figured out a pretty cool use of the new Tachanka in this setup. There's this really cool mechanic where you can make head holes. You'll see later in the video. But as always, guys, I have left timestamps down below in the description if you guys are wondering where a certain operator starts. And if you are planning on running the strat with your friends, you can always go ahead, send this video to them and say, learn a specific role, and once they know what role they're supposed to learn, they will be able to figure out where to go in the video because of the timestamps down below in the description. And as always, guys, if you enjoy this video, if you learn something or it helps you in any way, or you just think I deserve it, I would really appreciate it if you drop the like, drop the sub. It all really means a lot to me over here on YouTube, and I do appreciate it. Now I don't want to spend any more time on this intro. Let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so for the very first operator I'm going to be choosing here for this new Clubhouse basement strategy, I'm going to recommend that you guys use Tachanka. And not just because he was released today, words are hard, although that is exciting, he has some pretty unique abilities here that I find to be extremely useful on this basement bomb site because of how some of the soft wall sightlines work down here. Okay, and that's kind of why I chose to do this site today. I thought I could play around with this a little bit, and let me show you guys some of the things that I discovered. Okay, so definitely you want the LMG here. If you're not comfortable with the LMG, I don't really know what to tell you. You kind of got to use it for this strat. Okay, but there's this way I figured out to make head holes. Okay, I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, when I'm making these things, I'm aiming a little tiny bit above head level. So instead of right here, I'm aiming like maybe like right here. Okay. So I just go across that wall like that. You see how I did that? Look what this does, right? I can crouch down here. Anybody peeking from Moto would have no idea that I'm sitting here. I mean, I guess they could pre-fire it, but you know, they can pre-fire this wall even if there weren't holes here. Okay. I have these holes here. I can crouch down. They don't know I'm here, and I can peek up, and I can shoot people, right? I think that that's super powerful right here on the basement because of how many useful sight lines we can get from these soft walls in the basement that basically can open up the sights and even give an advantage to the defenders a little bit. Especially like this one right here, okay? If I make this, right? Don't make it all the way over here, okay? Don't make it past here because you don't want to be able to be seen from dirt when you stand up. Okay, if you make it too far, you are putting yourself at a little bit of risk. And that's why I wouldn't go across this whole wall as well. I would make sure that this generator is still safe for you as Tachanka. Okay, but watch, I can go and swing this now. Contest dirt. Alright, I think these holes have some serious potential on a couple of different sites. And as well, let me show you one more useful place I discovered for these holes, right? You can go right here. Okay. Now, there's usually a rotation here for defenders. I don't like making that rotate personally. I know a lot of my teammates do. I just don't find situations where I can be rotating through this hallway safely very often when I'm playing this map. So I just don't like making that rotation because it honestly gives the attackers more of an advantage. But with head holes here, as long as we control Church, we can basically control most of Arsenal. Look at these. Look at these angles. Alright, that's enough of me simping for my head holes. For your reinforcements with Tachanka, you're going to want to get the good old triple wall. I'm sure you guys know why this needs to be reinforced, okay? Alright, we got that done. Now, for your last little bit of util before the round should be starting here. And this might actually take a lot of time. I don't know. I don't find myself, you know, spending a ton of time on the head holes and everything. For your last little utility bit here, I like putting my barbed wire right here, okay? Right at both of these spots. Okay, now you're wondering, why are these so close to you? You're not going to know if the attackers are near you until they're right up in your face. Well, I'll explain that in a second, but for your playing position during the round, Tachanka, you basically just need to sit behind the generator. And my team calls this generator. I don't know what you guys call this thing. White box, maybe. But play back here, okay? This position's so incredibly powerful now that we have these head holes here. Okay, look, we can swing Moto, we can deny Moto from here, we can deny dirt from here, and we still deny blue while we're playing behind here, right? I feel like this is probably one of the most powerful positions on this map, in this strategy at least, okay? But the reason why I told you to select Tachanka other than the head holes is because of his new utility. Obviously, he has been reworked. If you've not heard of that, go look it up. It's pretty interesting. Okay, this launcher is similar to Smoke's gadget in a lot of ways. I guess it's just kind of on a smaller scale, depending on how you think of it. But it wastes time, basically. And what I recommend you do as Tachanka here is just waste time. I know it's tempting. You swing out, you maybe get a kill, or you maybe get shot, right? If you lose blue here, obviously the attackers get quite a bit of control, right? I mean, even if these head holes weren't here, the attackers losing blue is still a huge issue on the site, okay? But another thing that these head holes do, sorry, I know I've talked about these for 30 minutes now. Another thing that these head holes do is allow teammates playing on both of the sites to support each other, right? If these head holes weren't here, and there's one of my guys in church, and I'm getting pushed from the right side here, from oil pit side, I'm like, oh crap, I'm about to get screwed, I'm stunned, Sophia hit me with a stun flashbang combo, all that, I could say, yo, guy playing Moto on my team, can you come cross this, hold this cross angle right here, and watch my push-up, okay? You can get supported here, you can support your teammates through these head holes, a lot of useful things from that, okay? But what I recommend you do here as Tachanka while you're playing here, the second you hear barbed wire, you can just give it a little peek and waste time. Even if you don't hear the barb and you just hear the attackers, playing blue right here is all about wasting time, okay? This whole strat relies on you and Smoke's ability to waste time, as well as the roamers, which just eventually, like, locks the attackers up so they really can't do anything down on the last 20 seconds of the round, like, and help your teammates out, guys, especially right here. If they're not coming blue, these head holes allow you to support your teammates so much. Okay, I'm gonna be moving on now, and hopefully you guys found that as interesting as I did. All right, Cade. We all know why we love Cade here on this site so much, because of these hatches, right? But for your reinforcements, before the round even starts, I recommend that you go all the way deep down into the catacombs of this filthy tunnel here, that my team likes to call dirt, and reinforce these two walls in the little shipping container here. To waste time here a little bit more, I will sacrifice one of my Cade charges right here, and I would recommend that you guys place this here too. But this is more of a preference than it is a necessity, especially on this site, right? If the attackers get dirt, it really isn't too big of a deal, but I noticed, since usually most of you guys are probably going to be running this strat in ranked, okay, I noticed that a lot of ranked teams really like to get this tunnel for some reason, even though it isn't that powerful of a position, right? You just get funneled here. Like, the maximum, this isn't that valuable for attackers, yet in ranked people are obsessed with it. Okay, but you don't have to only put that Cade there. All right, you can move that Cade over here and put it on the kitchen hatch, or you can put it on the moto hatch, right? With my second Cade, if there is one there, I like to put it on the kitchen hatch. My team usually prioritizes the kitchen hatch over the moto hatch when it comes to electrifying here, just because of how many crossfires this hatch denies from the site here, okay? So I will throw a Cade down on this hatch, and obviously your teammates should be reinforcing this hatch. Don't do what I did just now and throw the Cade down on a soft hatch. Make sure your teammates are reinforcing it before you place your Cade down. And then during the round, Cade, your job is to play in Arsenal, Dark, whatever you call it. This corner's called Dark. Callouts are weird. Why are there so many different callouts for things? Alright, whatever. Okay, so Cade, this area is really powerful, right? Because of these soft walls here, you have so many areas that you can deny and so many crossfires that you can participate in from this arsenal room. Okay, and the number one crossfire that well, it's not even really a crossfire, it's kind of just a fire that I like to use here is when attackers, one of the most common pushes on this site, is when attackers go down the main stairs, right, and they try to go open this triple wall. Okay, the number one use that I find for playing in this corner is when the attackers are going late round trying to execute on the triple wall. Watch this. I can just shoot it open. I can just shoot people right through this wall, right? You know where they'll be. They'll either be in moto or they'll either be getting a triple wall, and you can just shoot them. You can just gun them down. Obviously, if you have the audio information or the visual information with a cam, the cam on the bottom of main stairs, you can just open this wall up. I find that very useful to play here. And your main job playing here as Cade is just to support your teammates, right? The attackers aren't always going to be pushing main stairs. Just listen to your teammates, right? If your teammate, especially Tachanka over here, if your teammate Shanka is over here in blue telling you, yo, I'm getting pushed blue, I need help, and support him, right? Same thing with your smoke over here on long and on moto. If the attackers really aren't pushing main stairs and they've all made the decision to drop down the moto hatch, you can still use the angle here short that I showed you guys earlier, but you could also go around and support smoke, right? Playing on site is really just about supporting your teammates, and as always, I do recommend, if you're going to be anchoring, that you play on the cameras in the first couple seconds of the round, right? This can be so useful for identifying where the attackers are going to push from, right? If you guys need to rotate at all, it's much safer to rotate when the attackers are still on their way to do their push than when they have begun executing their push. Okay, I hope that all makes sense for you guys who are going to be playing Cade in this strategy. I'll be moving on. What's up, gamers? I'd just like to remind you during this short intermission that I do stream on Twitch during the weekends and as frequently as I can, and I would really, really appreciate it if you took the time out of your day to stop by, drop a follow. I will leave the link to my Twitch in the description, or you can just head over to Twitch and search up caffeine with a PH and 2 N's. I'd love to see you there, and let's get back right into the video. Okay, Jager. I love Jager. God, Jager's so useful. Why did they have to nerf him? Okay, and I am designing this strat with the with kind of intentions for it to be able to last until Neon Dawn, right? Right now, Jager has not been nerfed as of me making this video, but I am designing this strat assuming that Jager will have been nerfed by the time you guys are using this. Okay, so Jager, you got 3 ADSs to place. You're gonna go ahead and give 2 of them to Mr. Tachanka, who is playing behind Generator. Alright, slap 2 of those bad boys down right here. The reason why these are there is they really just serve to waste utility for the attackers pushing here. Obviously, if the attackers want to get blue, which is a very important position on this site, you wanna make it worth your time to give up blue, right? If you're catching like a Zofia impact, even a grenade here with these ADSs, it's worth it, right? You're protecting Tachanka, you're wasting time, and you're wasting utility. The 3 most important things to winning a defensive round in Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, Jager, got some barbed wire here. Here's where I recommend you place this. I like to place it right here on the inside of Moto. The reason why I like it on the inside rather than out here, well, I guess it's considered the inside. Whatever, I'm distracted today. Reason why I like it in here is because if somebody is already on this doorway, they can basically do anything that they can do from right here, right? So I just want to have that notification earlier, and usually there will be a guy right here. If I hear somebody, look, I know I haven't covered Smoke yet, but Smoke's gonna play right here in Church. Okay, so this one's called Church, right? He's gonna play watching this hallway as well as watching the Moto drop. If I'm Smoke here and I hear someone drop Moto, I'm gonna sit right here with my shotgun out. And the second I hear them on this barbed wire, I'm gonna ass blast them, right? Okay, that's why I put the barbed wire there. And for your last ADS placement, I like to put it right here in this doorway because Smoke will be placing a deployable shield in this hallway, and it's really just to protect him and his shield from getting grenaded. Obviously, if they're trying to do a backside or a Church push here, okay, they're probably going to be taking the main stairs, in which they will encounter his shield and probably try to do something about it, in which this ADS will catch any grenades that they try to do to dispatch that shield. Then Jager, during the round, your job is quite basic here. Just the good old roam game. Okay, and obviously roaming on this map is quite a shut the fuck up. Roaming on this map is quite a different experience than a lot of other maps. But where I recommend you roaming as Jager here is right here in a lounge. Now the reason that I think this is the most powerful roam spot, I guess, the most powerful starting spot, I like to say, is because look how many rotations you have. Look where I can go from here, right? I can go into bar, okay? I can go through blue, down the blue stairs, right? I can go into garage, up the garage stairs. I can go up the red stairs, and even look, I can even do this shit. I can even run through here, right? There's so many places that I can rotate here if I'm getting pushed out. If I'm getting droned from stock, I will shoot a drone and I will run away to bar. I get droned in bar, I'll shoot a drone, I'll rotate into strip club. I get droned in strip, I'll shoot a drone. You know, keep doing that. You're wasting attackers' time every time you shoot a drone out. They don't have that intel anymore. They're gonna have to re-drone you. They waste more time, they waste more utility, and you are doing your job as a roamer. And I hope that all makes sense for you as a Jager gamer in this strategy. I will be moving on right about now. Alright, Smoke. Smoke. I recommend the shotgun SMG-11 almost always on Smoke in this current meta. Okay, but for Smoke, during the prep phase, you got to get a shield down. You got quite a bit to do. On this strat, I actually you don't need to be making any rotations here, but I do recommend the shotgun for another reason that I'll tell you in a second. For Smoke, I like to go all the way upstairs, then I will get the kitchen hatch. Okay, that's really all you have to do here. Just get the kitchen hatch, just one. Then heading all the way back down to the basement and placing your shield right here on this doorway. Okay. Now, ooh, that's bad. The reason why this shield is not attached to this door right here is because Jager should be giving you an ADS right here, okay? And if what this will do is this will catch grenades that people send at your shield, right? If I put this shield up here and put the ADS behind it, that would only catch grenades that come over for you playing the shield. It won't stop anything from getting the shield, so that's why there's a little gap here. Okay, that's why, yeah, there's my logic behind that. Alright, now Smoke, during the round, your job is to lock down Church, and when I mean lockdown, I mean lockdown. Okay, your job here, you have the wasting time utility, you have the push slowing stinky gas, the fucking fart in a can, whatever you want to call this, okay? This is 10 seconds of attacker time right here, okay? If the roamers do their job, and they waste a minute, say, and the attackers come here, right, and they spend, say, 30 more seconds getting this wall. It's a minute and 30. Then you have, say, good 30 seconds of skirmish between you two, trading out frags. And then you have these 3 smoke grenades left. You've just won the round. I hope I did my math right. I hope that was 3 minutes. Don't go in the comments and tell me I'm stupid if I was wrong. I already know I'm stupid. Okay, but look, this strategy is about wasting time. Tachanka's in here. He has a gadget that just wastes time. We're sending 2 roamers out. Their entire job during the round is to waste time. This strat, you will win based off time, like a lot of strats on defense. That's how you get around. You waste time, you waste utility. Okay, if I'm playing here, I can deny the main stairs push for 30 seconds. Right? That's what your job is as Smoke. You really want to be focusing your efforts to deny pushes onto the main stairs. Okay, this is what my team calls soda, or okay, we call it soda, I think. I can't even remember my own team's callouts. I'm so tired. Lord. Okay. You play right here. You shotgun the moto drop. It's really that simple. This angle's so powerful. You see it in professional play constantly. You see teams say, Smoke, sit right here. If there is a guy who drops moto, you run and you shotgun them. Okay? And what happens on late round executes, when people are really, really forcing moto on attack, and they send one guy here, you can kill him, right? You get the shotgun, they send another guy. If there's nobody on this hatch and you kill the guy moto, you win this round, right? If the attackers are doing a main stairs push, you get moto control on the execute. You as Smoke, right? You win your shotgun fights right here. You pull a Fortnite and double pump their asses, okay? You go here, you swing this, it's free kills. You just line them up right here. Okay, where else can they go? They can go up around to blue and then work control of blue. They don't have enough time for that, right? If you can somehow re-control moto after the attackers pop this hatch, so I do assume that they will pop this hatch in this strategy. It is quite common for the attackers to get control of that, right? Go ahead, go swing. You guys get it? I've said it 18 times now. Hopefully that'll make sense of Smoke. I'm going to be moving on to the last part of this strategy now. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, so Mr. Mozzie. Here is where I recommend you get your Mozzie placements down. I do recommend you do this before you leave the site, because you are going to be roaming here and you will be reinforcing a couple hatches. Okay, I don't want you to. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. But I recommend you put your Mozzie pest. I recommend you place 2 on the moto door right here. And then I recommend you place 1 either on the main stairs door or right here, depending on how you like to play things. Not right there. That won't do shit. Mozzie pests work off line of sight. So if this thing does not have line of sight on a drone, it will not catch it. So I'm going to place it right here. A drone coming down this hallway into the church will get caught. Drones coming from moto into church will get caught. The reason why I say you put these here is because of how valuable intel is on late round executes for attackers. If an attacker is getting moto control and they need to drop, they need to know that there's not a guy sitting right here about to swing them. If they get 2 drones eaten and they can't do that, they're going to end up wasting a ton of time and a bunch more utility. And you go ahead and you reinforce the bar hatch as well as the stock hatch, and your kitchen hatch will be gotten by Smoke, so you don't have to worry about that as Mozzie. I'm gonna run all the way over here to the stock hatch and slap a reinforcement on top of that. Okay, so now Mozzie, you like to roam, right? Well, you can't really just roam anywhere, especially on this strategy, because Jager will be roaming on this half of the map mostly. basically on this entire floor of the map. So what I recommend you do is I recommend you go all the way above and you roam from up here, okay? This can deny a surprising amount, right? And think about the reason why that this map, I feel roaming the top floor is so strong, especially on this strategy. Teams who don't clear you basically ruin their chances of winning the round. If a team does not do a second floor down roam clear on this site, and you have a guy playing second floor, you know, they're going to have some issues. But what I recommend you do up here is I recommend you play very, very passively until the last 30 seconds of the round, and you go for a late flank, okay? I usually don't recommend flanking as roamers, but on this map, there's so many staircases and so many ways for you to rotate. I feel like flanking is more viable on this map than most. Okay, so we wasted 2 minutes of the round. Here's what we do now, right? We have so many places that we can go from, right? We can go down red stairs. We can go down garage, which basically lead to the same place. I guess it's not that important. Okay, and then we can go down the main stairs. Now, most of the time, I find that going down the main stairs is going to have the most impact on a round, because most attackers send a guy down the main stairs at some point in the round, just to hold it, just to annoy the defenders, right? You come down here, you can flank that, and if the attackers have dedicated quite a bit to pushing this side of the site, you can always get those juicy flanks late when the attackers are not paying attention and they're going for plants and stuff. That can really help your team out, winning that late flank. Okay, and there's always that option to go down the ladder. I do find that quite unsafe, going down the ladder in garage, that is. But you can do it if the situation calls for it. But basically, your teammates, as a roamer here, you just listen to your teammates. They tell you that the attackers are coming main stairs, you flank that. They tell you that the attackers are getting the hatches, you flank that. They tell you that the attackers are coming blue, you can flank that. And I hope that all makes sense. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that will be the end. Alright, peace out, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video today. If you did, if you learned something, if it helped you in any way, I would really appreciate it once again. If you drop the like, drop the sub, it really does help me out more than you guys could probably think. It is totally free to you. You can always change your mind, but I appreciate you watching this video, and you will see me in the next one. Gamer out.